Illumination has mass-produced more heroes than a Marvel sweatshop, and nobody has properly ranked them by the only metric that matters, aura, so I'm ranking every single Illumination hero using the official Aura Index, a system I made up 10 minutes ago that is now legally binding. 3 criteria. First, main character energy. Do they walk into a scene like they already own it, or do they give background extra who wandered onto set vibes? Second, the Rizz Coefficient, natural charisma. Could this character convince you to make a bad decision? And third, ratio resistance. If this hero posted their biggest win online, would people hype them up or destroy them in the comments? Those are the rules. I didn't make them up. Okay, I did. Let's see who's cooked. From the movie The Lorax. This man's entire motivation is, I want a tree so a girl will like me. He lives in a dystopia where corporations sell oxygen, and his response is, but what about my crush though? 0 Rizz Coefficient, because his game is literally doing errands for a girl who doesn't know he exists. Ted would get ratioed posting a selfie. Aura, non-existent. Discussing this movie causes me physical damage. EB is a bunny who abandons his family responsibilities to become a drummer in Hollywood. He has Nepo baby having a meltdown energy. Fred O'Hare is an unemployed adult man who hits a rabbit with his car, and that's the most interesting thing about him. I'm moving on before I say something that gets me in legal trouble with Universal. He's a dad duck who doesn't want to go on vacation.
I don't need your help, Dax. I need you to do what I say. Do you understand?
Relatable? Sure. Aura? Brother, his whole personality is anxiety in Google Maps. He's the we have food at home of Illumination protagonists. Next. He's a big fluffy dog who gets adopted and immediately starts beef with Max. His entire arc is I'm insecure and also large. Duke has the energy of a guy who peaks in middle school and brings it up at every reunion. But I'll give him this. He's loyal. That's worth something. Not much, but something. She's an elephant with stage fright and an incredible voice.
Everybody needs a change.
Problem is, her personality is just shy. She stands in corners until she sings. Main character energy? She has eye-peaked during the talent show energy. Ratio resistance is mid because nobody's gonna hate on a shy elephant, but nobody's hyping her up either. Pig mom. 25 kids. Husband doesn't appreciate her. She joins a singing competition and finds herself. It's giving Eat, Pray, Love, but make it animated. Moms love her. The Facebook mom demographic would go to war for Rosita. Max is a terrier with small dog syndrome and abandonment issues.
You know, I was trying to help you. You were trying to get rid of...
His owner gets another dog, and Max immediately starts plotting. He has only child who just got a sibling energy. But here's the thing, Max is relatable. He's the friend who panics when plans change. Ratio resistance is decent because dog lovers are a protected class online. And I know this is controversial. Buster is a koala with a dream and no money and a complete disregard for labor laws.
All creatures great and small.
He runs an unpaid singing competition while committing light fraud. He's a girl boss gaslight gatekeep icon, but his aura is LinkedIn influencer who calls employees family. Matthew McConaughey's voice could convince me to buy a timeshare. That's not aura, that's a business model. And before you come for me, I love Luigi, I have to put him here. Luigi's entire personality in the Mario movie is scared and captured. He gets kidnapped in the first act and spends most of the movie in a cage. He has damsel in distress energy. His ratio resistance is actually insane because Luigi fans are loyal. But mid is mid. She's sweet. She believes in the Grinch when nobody else does. But her entire role is small child teaches grumpy man a lesson, which is basically a Hallmark movie plot. Main character energy is limited because she's like 8 years old, but mid. Gorilla with daddy issues who wants to sing instead of doing crimes.
And there's a cold, lonely light that shines from you. You find it like a wreck, you hide behind that mask.
His dad runs a heist crew and Johnny's out here practicing piano. He's got disappointing your immigrant parents by pursuing art energy, which is devastatingly relatable. Taron Egerton's voice carries this man. He sings, "I'm still standing," and suddenly I'm emotionally invested in a cartoon gorilla's family trauma. Ratio resistance is high because who's gonna hate on a gorilla choosing music over crime? Porcupine punk rock girl who gets dumped by her trash boyfriend and channels it into music.
I followed my heart into the
This is the most aura anyone in Sing has. Main character energy is strong. She's got the "I'm going through something and I will make it everyone's problem" vibe. Her Rizz Coefficient took a hit when she was dating that loser Lance, but post-breakup Ash, she wrote her own song. She performed it while crying. That's not cringe, that's art. Teenagers love her because she's basically every theater kid's fantasy. Ratio resistance is elite. You cannot ratio a girl who just got out of a toxic relationship and chose herself. Gru's wife, former anti-villain league agent.
For example. Lipstick taser!
She's quirky, she's unhinged. She tased Gru on their first meeting. She has manic pixie dream spy energy. The Rizz Coefficient is off the charts because she somehow pulled GRU. The man is bald, weirdly shaped, and has a villain origin story, and Lucy said, "Yes, this one." That's confidence, that's aura. Ratio resistance is solid because she's the reason the Despicable Me sequels are watchable. She brings chaos. We respect chaos in this household. Danny DeVito voicing an angry orange mustache man who yells at capitalism.
The Lorax, guardian of the forest. I speak for the trees.
That's the whole pitch and it's perfect. He literally appears out of a tree stump like a mythical being to roast a guy for cutting down trees. He speaks for the trees. The trees have no tongues. That's hard. The Rizz Coefficient is weird because he's technically a furry environmental activist, but Danny DeVito makes it work. He could convince me to recycle. You cannot ratio the Lorax. The memes protect him. Iconic behavior. Peach in this movie hits different. She's not waiting to get rescued, she's training Mario and leading armies. She runs the Mushroom Kingdom while Bowser's out here proposing via hostile takeover. She said no and meant it. The Rizz Coefficient is elite because she has Bowser, Mario, and arguably the entire Mushroom Kingdom down bad. She's finally a girl boss done right. Not a gaslight gatekeep girl boss like Buster Moon. An actual competent leader who can throw hands. Twitter would go to war for her. The rabbit from Secret Life of Pets. Former villain, current hero.
Anybody comes in here looking for trouble? Oh, well, they gonna meet my partners.
This is the Illumination villain to hero pipeline, working exactly as intended. Main character energy is unmatched because Kevin Hart voices this tiny white bunny with a god complex. He runs a gang of abandoned pets in the sewer. He has speeches. He talks like he's leading a revolution, and he's 12 inches tall. That's aura. The duality of rabbit. By Secret Life of Pets 2, he's wearing a superhero costume. He believed his own hype. Chris Pratt voice acting controversy aside, and yes, I heard you typing, Illumination Mario is a certified W. He's a plumber from Brooklyn who falls into a magic pipe, loses his brother immediately, and just decides, I'm gonna fight a giant turtle dragon now. No therapy, he just adapts. This man is short, round, has a mustache, works in sewage, and Princess Peach is still kinda into it? That's confidence. Ratio resistance is nuclear because Mario is a protected entity. You ratio Mario, you ratio childhood itself. I know half of you just threw your phone. Hear me out. The minions have transcended character status. They're a cultural phenomenon.
Banana.
They're on Facebook memes your aunt shares. They're on t-shirts at Walmart. They're inescapable. Is that aura? That's maximum aura. Main character energy is weird because they're sidekicks who became the main event. They speak gibberish and somehow we understand them. They don't need Rizz. They have banana-based slapstick. Ratio resistance is literally impossible to calculate because minion content gets shared by people who don't know what a ratio is. Your grandma loves them. Kids love them. They're a psychological operation, and it worked. The minions clear. They made $1 billion. Twice. The Illumination. Villain to hero pipeline strikes again. Benedict Cumberbatch voicing a furry green hermit with social anxiety who tries to cancel Christmas. Main character energy is elite because he's the protagonist and antagonist of his own movie. He's fighting himself. That's layers. But somehow by the end, Whoville accepts him. He got community Rizz. Ratio resistance is untouchable because the Grinch is a Christmas institution. His heart grew 3 sizes. That's aura you can measure with medical equipment. The original, the blueprint.
Pause for effect.
The bald, pointy-nosed supervillain who accidentally became a dad and never recovered. He invented main character energy for this studio. Illumination doesn't exist without Gru. He walked so every character on this list could run. The Rizz Coefficient is absurd because this man pulled Lucy Wilde looking like a thumb with a scarf. That's not luck. That's aura. Gru has been the internet's he just like me for real guy for over a decade. The memes, the Gru posting. He's untouchable, 4 movies, 2 spin-offs, billions of dollars, and it all started with one weird guy who wanted to steal the moon. Nobody out auras Gru. But you could boost your own aura if you hit that subscribe button. Anyway, see you next time.